What if your entire life is nothing but a script that had been written by an evil family pattern and all you are doing is acting it out? Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I know I've been away for such a long time and I'm so sorry I left without a notification. But I'm back now and I'm going to know where. If you're new to this channel, my name is Muyanke Sarah. I'm a Christian YouTuber. I do videos centered around making peace with the past and becoming better than who you used to be yesterday. So if this is something you find interesting, please click on the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you end up enjoying it. So today I want to share with us something God has been laying in my heart for quite some time now, and that is patterns. Family patterns that existed before we were born and how they interplay in our everyday lives. But before we go ahead, I just want to ask you, has there ever been a time you actually sat down, analyzed the natural occurrences in your family? And if yes, what have you done about it? For some families, these patterns could be poverty. Yeah, you never attain a certain level as far as finances are concerned. Others could be bad marriages. Others could be you have to have a child before you get married. For other people, it could even be nobody grows past a certain level. Maybe there's a certain level of education you can never achieve. There is a certain level of influence you can never get. You will never get a job, and even if you get a job, it will just be just menial jobs. Or even if you actually get a good job, the money you're working, you never really see the money. It just goes to waste. You labor, but you don't see the fruit of your labor. For other people, it might just be that by the time you reach this particular age, you die. And how do these patterns come about? One of the ways which patterns are established in a family is through covenants. Now, it could either be backed by blood or just maybe an agreement, a verbal agreement, and it's established. Sometimes it's through the mistakes of our parents or our grandparents or whoever it was. Another times it could be family altars. In order to drive this issue of patterns home, I want us to examine some families in the Bible. So let's talk about Abraham. In the lineage of Abraham, there was this pattern in which all firstborns lose their birthright to their younger ones. Now it begins with Ishmael. Ishmael lost his birthright to Isaac. Now Isaac had two sons, Esau and Jacob. Esau lost his birthright to Jacob. Jacob had several sons, with Reuben being the first. Reuben lost his birthright to Joseph. Now Joseph had two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, Manasseh being the eldest. Manasseh lost his birthright to Ephraim. Now let's talk about King David. King David lost it after Bathsheba, another person's wife. And it didn't end there. He went further to sleep with her. She got pregnant, and in a bid to cover the whole incident, he killed the man by proxy. This seed of immorality and lust crept into the lives of his children, and we see it manifesting first in the life of Amnon. Amnon lusted after his own stepsister, eventually raped her, and as a result, he was killed by his stepbrother. It doesn't end there, it goes over to Absalom, the one who killed Amnon. Absalom, oh my god, his case is really terrible. He slept with all of his father's concubines. I mean, all of them. Just when you think that the entire thing is over, the Bible talks about King Solomon, who comes with the height, the height of immorality. 700 wives and 300 concubines. King Solomon is recorded as the wisest person that ever lived, but with all his wisdom, he could not even understand that this was destructive. Why? Once a pattern is established, it doesn't matter if you're innocent or not, they just start looking for you. Yet they actually look for you. Now, I want you to sit with this for a moment. What if your entire life is nothing but a script that had been written by an evil family pattern and all you are doing is acting it out? See, this issue of patterns is wrecking a lot of lives and will continue to do so unless we come to awareness and stop being complacent. Get a pen and a paper, find a quiet spot, start analyzing the things that have been happening in your family. If you cannot really get down, ask questions, get details, and try to connect the dots together. You might even find out that maybe one or two are already manifesting themselves in your life. The Bible says the sins of the fathers will be visited up to the third and the fourth generation. Now, there's something I particularly like about this verse. It talks about visitation. That means if something or someone is visiting you, you have a choice. It's in your capacity, it's in your jurisdiction to decide whether the person comes in or not. And here is where freedom comes. There is a better covenant. There's a better agreement. There was a better sacrifice that was made. And that was a sacrifice that the Father gave up his only Son so that his people will be free, so that his people will find peace, his people will find salvation, freedom for mankind. That was why he came. He did not come to condemn the world. So those patterns might stand to condemn you based on the legal grounds on which they were made, but Jesus is there as an atoning sacrifice for whatever thing that was made on your behalf. Now, for you to fully benefit from this sacrifice that was made, three things have to come into play. And the first thing is you have to give your life to Jesus. If this is something you have not done and you're on this channel, I'm encouraging you to give your life to Jesus. It's the best decision you can ever make. I promise you, you will never regret it. Okay, and the second thing you have to do is offer yourself as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable. The third thing you have to do is raise an altar of prayer. Anytime that one of these is missing, you give the altar, the evil pattern, a legal ground to start manifesting, to start ravaging your life and your family again. Now, this is the reason why a lot of people who have issues like this, you go to the pastor and they will pray and you come back. After some time, things are going well. And then when you start enjoying the bliss, you forgot how it came about. And then you start living your life just the way you want. Sooner than later, you find yourself trapped again in the same pattern because the hedge had been broken. When God was pressing this issue of patterns in my heart, He actually led me to a movie. Funny enough, I started watching this movie, but since it was about warfare and I didn't really believe in warfare, I stopped watching it. I remember sometimes my brother actually sent it to my phone. I deleted it, so God sent me back to this movie. And after watching it, oh my God, it was such an eye-opener, and I'm recommending it for everybody. Even if you are not a movie person, see, I'm begging, just do it for me, I'm begging. Go and watch this movie, and I promise you, you will learn so much from it. It's called The Keeper. You will find it on Fejos Baba TV here on YouTube. It's a Mount Zion film. I will try to drop a link. But if I can't, then I will leave the title and the YouTube channel in caps so you can find it and watch it. This is what I had for us today. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Stay blessed.